9.2. Los verbios que cambian en el pretérito. The verbs conocer, saber, poder, and querer change meanings when used in the preterite tense, which is of the perfectivo aspect, right? So the verbal aspect has to do with whether or not an action is over with, or whether or not you know both the beginning and the end, or whether or not it is ongoing or continuous. And we know that these verbs in el pretérito certainly have to do with the verbal aspect that means that it's over, or rather that we know both the beginning and the end. It is, of course, in el pasado and el modo indicativo, but the more important thing is that these actions are over with. So if we look at a verb like conocer, which means to know, if we think about it in the imperfecto, it kind of means I knew this person, or was familiar with, or used to know them. But when you use it in the preterite tense, because of the verbal aspect, it has the meaning of met. Ayer conocí a Linda Livingston. Yesterday, I met Linda Livingston. The first moment you meet someone, we use the word meet, right? I met them. Similar thing happens with the verbo saber, which does mean to know, right? Or in the imperfect, I knew this thing, or I used to know this thing. But in el pretérito, which is what we have here, it means I found out, or I learned. It's the moment that you know something, supe, supiste, supo, to find out or to learn. A similar thing happens with the verbo poder, which in the imperfect tense means was able to, or I could, or used to be able to. And this specific verb experiences two types of changes. So in the pretérito affirmative, meaning yo pude, tú pudiste, it means succeeded. Not only were you able to, but you did it, right? You were succeeded in doing this thing. The trouble is if you add no to it, so the negativo, it kind of means that you tried to do it, but you failed, right? So you didn't succeed, you rather the opposite. No pude, no pudiste, no pudo. Doesn't mean was not able to or could not, like this verb means in the imperfect tense, but rather I tried to do it, but I failed. No pude, right? Another one experiences this sort of two-part change is also the verbo querer, which means to want. In the imperfect aspect, it sort of means I wanted to, or was wanting to, or used to want. Quería hacer this thing. But in el pretérito, which is what we have here, it means in the affirmative, tried to. Quise hacerlo, like I tried to do it. Quisiste, you tried. Quiso, quisimos, quisistes, quisieron. But when you make it no, it has a different meaning. It takes on the meaning of refuse to. No quise. It's like I just refused to do it. Not only did not want to, but I didn't do it. Whereas in the imperfect aspect, it has more the meaning of didn't want to, or wasn't wanting to, or used to not want to do this thing. But if you drop it into the pretérito, it now means refused. I refused to do it. No quise. So if we look at this inténtalo very quickly. Number one, yo no hice lo que me pidieron mis padres. Tengo mis principios. No quise hacerlo o no supe hacerlo. I refused to do it, or I didn't find out to do it. It's certainly A. I refused, right? Hablamos por primera vez con Nuria y Ana en la boda. Las conocimos en la boda. Les dijimos en la boda. We met them at the wedding, or we told them at the wedding. I think we met. Las conocimos, ¿no? En la boda. Por fin hablé con mi hermano después de llamarlo 7 veces. No quise hablar con él. Pude hablar con él. It's either I refused to speak with him or I tried and succeeded. I believe it is B. I tried and pude hablar con él. Tried and succeeded. Josefina se acostó para relajarse. Se durmió inmediatamente. ¿Pudo relajarse o no pudo relajarse? Obviamente, pudo relajarse. She succeeded in relaxing herself, or else she probably wouldn't have fallen asleep. Después de mucho buscar, encontrarse la definición en el diccionario. No supiste la respuesta. You didn't find out the answer. O supiste la respuesta. Obviamente, la B. Supiste, ¿no? You found it out. Las chicas fueron a la fiesta. Cantaron y bailaron mucho. Ellas pudieron divertirse. O ellas no supieron divertirse. Obviamente, they succeeded, because they went to a fiesta, they sang and danced a lot. They succeeded in having fun. That is la letra A.